Hello Mzansi, and welcome to episode 207 of Farmers Inside Track. I'm your host, Dawn Numdu. Now in this edition, we're joined by Nicole Kandhaia, Organizing Program Director at KPR Conference and Trading. Top speakers are set to participate in a 2-day hydroponics seminar on Monday the 6th and Tuesday the 7th of March this year in Pietermaritzburg. And she's here to tell us more about this exciting event that they're hosting specifically for new farmers. Welcome, Nicole, to Farmers Inside Track. It's such a pleasure to have you with us and to talk more about this exciting event that's being hosted by KPR Conference and Trading. And of course, getting to know you a little bit better, because I recall chatting to Karishni Naika before about a previous event that you guys had done around dairy farming. And it's so exciting to have you back to talk about hydroponics this time around. But maybe as a start, more about you, how you got to connect with KPR, and more about what you do within the space.
Thank you so much for having us back. The dairy farming event was quite a success, and that was our step into the agricultural industry as KPR Conferences and Trading. I am in charge of producing workshops and seminars that can best help individuals or businesses to improve their skills transfer and skills development. Looking at the agricultural sector, we first went into dairy farming because there was a need for it, but now we are hosting a fantastic 2-day seminar on hydroponic farming for sustainability as well as food security, which in our ever-changing world with climate change happening, with most spaces being urbanized and building cities, it's important for us to find alternative ways to grow our food and sustain our nation as a whole. So this is where KPR came in with the thought process of how can we help to transfer the skills and how can we help build more and emerging hydroponic farmers in the industry to reach their target.
It sounds absolutely exciting, and I'm sure our listeners would be really ecstatic to join. But maybe more about what the breakdown would be of the 2-day hydroponic seminar and what would be vital for farmers to know as they think about joining, especially new farmers in Mzansi.
Hydroponics is becoming more and more popular as a production system by Black farmers. Unfortunately, hydroponics is technically demanding and there's not enough opportunities for these new and potential hydroponic farmers to gain capacity. So this project intends to provide technical and business management information related to hydroponics so that the individuals are better positioned to make sustainable and efficient decisions relating to their current or envisaged hydroponic production enterprises. So that's basically what we're trying to do in a nutshell.
Now, of course, attendees can expect to get both technical and business management information related to hydroponics. But what are the other key elements being presented at the seminar?
In as much as we want to give our delegates a fully rounded view of hydroponic farming, whether it be from finding a property, number one, getting finance, building up these structures, getting the irrigation system or fertigation system right, or even packaging and selling their products. We want our farmers or the delegates to have a full and well-rounded knowledge on how to go about doing a hydroponic farm. And the sustainability part comes in where we can say, we are now giving them a practical as well on the second day where they can go ahead and see a hydroponic farm that is already operational. So all our delegates will be going to this farm. They can see the process from start to finish, what type of structures they are using, what type of fertigation systems are being used in there, as well as what are the harvesting, packaging, and distribution processes. So in as much as we are giving them the technical and the business management side of it, we're also giving them a bit of a practical so that they can also visualize their farms operating in that successful manner as well.
It does sound very hands-on and very practical, which I think a lot of people will find lots of value in. And of course, you have a great mix of dynamic speakers lined up. Now, Nicole, do you have any favorites you'd like to mention as a teaser for those interested?
Our speakers are phenomenal with great experience in the industry. Some of the speakers that I would watch out for as a delegate would be Mr. Siyabonga Malibuko from Agribusiness Development Agency. He's basically going to be discussing agricultural production in South Africa, as well as the status of agriculture in South Africa and government's role in transforming the industry, as well as what has ADA done for future farmers in their organization for the hydroponic industry. So I think that's a very interesting topic, especially if you're just thinking about going into hydroponics, but you don't know where to start. We have a fantastic speaker as well, who is Ntando Tabete. She is a hydroponic farmer. She started off a small business and has grown from strength to strength. So she's going to also be chatting about hydroponic structures, what she has done in her hydroponic farms that has made her successful, and the quality of her crops are outstanding. Mzansi also did a profile on her hydroponic farm as well. Also, we are having Mrs. Dorothy Mbele from Procon SA, which, is very important because she brings the marketing aspect to the seminar. So in as much as we are growing our hydroponic plants, we also need to learn how to market ourselves in an industry that is very competitive with vegetables and fruits. So this is where Mrs. Mbele will come in, and she will give you her expert view on how you can go about marketing a product. So we are very excited here at KPR to introduce each and every speaker that we have on board. For all our delegates, there's a huge treat in store for you.
It does sound really exciting, Nicole. Now, how can people get in touch with you and also find out more about how to register for the 2-day hydroponic seminar?
If you are interested in attending, you can give us a call on 072-971-8934. This is our office line. Or you can send us an email to admin@kprtrading.co.za. Or you can even visit our website, which is www.kprtrading.co.za, and you can download a brochure from our website directly. If you are more social media inclined, we are on Facebook. You can follow us at KPR Conferences and Trading. You can send us a WhatsApp via the Facebook page, and we will definitely respond.
It was such a pleasure to chat to you, Nicole, and all the best with your event. Now, next up, and before we let you go, we celebrate this week's hashtag Soil Sister, Masentle Lukhele, who switched careers from finance to farming. She talks more about her journey getting into agriculture and more about life on the farm, highlighting her long-term goals as an agriculturalist.
I was born at Sesem village in the Free State province. I studied BCom General with the University of Free State. I worked at the banking and insurance industry for 14 interrupted years. I got into farming because of the love I have for farming. I grew up in the villages where most of our food were coming from our garden. We produced own vegetables, eggs and chickens at home. After COVID, I took farming serious, where I started with 100 broilers to raise funds for my family because times were tough. At the bank where I was working, I was earning commission, a small basic salary and a commission. So people were no longer buying banking products, people were out of jobs, people were closing their accounts. So it was doomed for me. I didn't have much sales to earn enough commission to cater for the needs and the accounts I had. So I turned the love I had for farming into business. I started with 100 broilers. From there, I never looked back. My dream is to have my own farm where I can produce vegetables because I also love producing the greens. My dream is to own a hydroponic farm where I'll be growing cucumbers, tomatoes, green peppers. That's my dream. That's what I want to do in the future. And the chickens. So at the moment, I'm still leasing the land where I'm working.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Farmers Inside Track. That's our hashtag Soil Sister for the week, Masentle Lukhele. You can of course read more about her farming business and journey in this dynamic space on www.foodformzansi.co.za. And that's a wrap from me, Donumdu, our producer Megan van der Vent. and the rest of the Food for Mzansi team have an absolutely amazing week. Bye for now.
Life in South Africa can be a lot. I mean, scroll through Twitter for a minute and tell me I'm wrong. Thank God for South Africans though, right? We're inspiring, and even on the bad days, we fight back with a smile. That's why I love Food for Mzansi so much. We're not ashamed to celebrate the ordinary unsung heroes who work every day to put food on our nation's tables. Go to foodformzansi.co.za and never miss an inspiring story.